Hey y'all, Toad here. Trying to answer a question with this video. I was asked about the cameras that I use, and I'm just going to run through them real quick, and I'll tell you what I like and I don't like about them. The very first camera that I used on YouTube was this little Olympus Stylus 850 SW. I really bought it more as a waterproof still camera, which, you know, it's still pretty decent for that. It's an older model, 8 megapixel. Did a lot of not YouTube, but eBay photography with this thing, and it did everything I wanted it to do. The only thing I dislike about it is it has a dedicated battery that only works on this, and I'm not a real big fan of that, but you know, hey, it works. And it is a little limited for video as far as the size, the amount of video you can shoot. But hey, it worked. The second camera that I got is the one that's actually filming this, and I'll show you that afterwards. But the third one, and I still use this a lot, is a Kodak PlaySport. You know, it's pretty much toad proof. I've had this go overboard, had it in puddles and whatnot, and so far it still works just fine. This is my primary outdoor camera right now. Anything you've seen filmed in inclement weather or just out on the road, this is the camera, because this is not only my outdoor camera, but this is the camera that I carry in my Camelback. It lives in a little pouch on the shoulder strap of my Camelback, so it gets used a lot. Also, the editing software with this one isn't so bad. I'm not a computer genius by any stretch of the imagination, so easy editing is a big deal. Now lately, I just picked up this little guy. It's a Sony, it's one of the handy cams, and what's the model number? It's like the 330 somewhat, you know. The bottom line is the dang thing is way smarter than I am. It's got a massive zoom on it, which I like, 60 time zoom, and that's not a digital zoom, that's an optical zoom, and that's pretty cool. I've shot a couple videos with this. You saw a video of the 2-meter radio. I shot that with that video with this. I just shot a bee keeping video with this. And I like it. And the big reason I wanted one of these cameras is in the future, as you'll find out as time goes by. I haven't made any announcements yet. But the bottom line is, in the future, I will need the flip here. I will need to be able to see what's going on in the screen while the camera is pointed at the subject. Can't do that with any of the other cameras. And so far, again, not being a big computer learning guy, the pros is it works with the software that came with this camera. So I didn't have to learn any new software, no problem. Not a big fan of the dedicated battery, but it is what it is. The thing is phenomenally light. I mean, just to give you, as a point, you see this piece of aluminum here. This is 1/4 inch thick aluminum, and I made this because where this nut is where the actual tripod mount is. And it made the camera really back end heavy, especially using the little Joby that I use this a lot. So I went ahead and just quickly cobbed together this mount mover, if you will, where this piece screws onto where the stock one is, and then I drilled and tapped it here for a more level spot. Now, the funny thing is this piece of aluminum seems almost as heavy as the rest of the camera. It is without the battery, for certain. So that's kind of funny. It's an amazingly light camera. So, for ease of use, and the fact that I can use it with that software, and the zoom, and the fact that I can put a 64 gig or meg, or what the heck you call it, one of them big cards in here to take a lot of video. I think it runs up like 8 hours And I've even been told that 128's coming. I don't know if this camera will take it, but the bottom line is sometimes I don't get the camera as empty as I should. But anyway, to show you the last camera, I gotta move it, so I'll be right back. Okay, now I've just switched over to the Sony Handycam, and you know, it's hard for me to tell because my computer is just, you know, pretty much standard whatever everyday computer. But those of you who've got a pretty cool computer and monitor and whatnot, let me know if you see a marked difference between the video prior to this cut and this cut here. The video prior to this was all done on my flip camera. Yeah, I am a huge... Let me see, is it focusing? Heck, I don't know. Bottom line, I am a huge fan of these flip cameras. This is my second one. I bought one of the original, the bigger ones. I can't remember what it's called right now, but the one that was, I think it was 8 gig or whatever. And if I have to be totally honest with you, I ran it over with a golf cart. You know, and the thing still worked. It worked just fine. It was just big. It was all covered in duct tape. It was all busted up, and it worked fine until I took it out one time, and I had it in the little pouch that now this resides in, and I think the morning dew got to the camera and finally wiped it out. But you can see, I mean, it's scratched up, it's beat, and you know, if somebody said, hey, well, overall, what's your favorite camera? It's going to be this one, with the exception of outdoor grody weather work, which this won't do. These things are disgustingly simple to use. There you go. You know, and the software is horribly simple. So I know this is old technology, and I probably should learn how to use the new stuff. And I am. The Handycam and some of these others are going to make me learn to use the new stuff. But for right now, I am going to run this bugger until it dies. So, those are the cameras. Those are the ones I am using, have used, and right now I'm trying to make that transition over to the Handycam. All right, y'all. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Fair winds, and we'll see you next time around.